I'm Rebecca of Pocket Full of Posies. It's Cozy 2021, the Costume Symposium. Today's video is a tutorial on how to draft a walking skirt to your measurements. There are many good walking skirt patterns out there that you can purchase. I will link some of them down below, but if you, like me, are interested in drafting your own to your own particular measurements, I'm going to show you how I have done that. So without further ado, let's draft this walking skirt. Here we go. Before we start drafting, we need to get some starting measurements. Front length, from where you want the waist to sit to your ankle or the length you want the skirt. Mine is 40 inches. Side length, this could be the same as the front length. It depends on your shape. Mine is 41 inches. Back length, again, this depends on your shape. Mine is 42 inches. Waist. Corseted if you plan on wearing a corset. I measure mine at my smallest point and mine is 50 inches. Hips, over a hip pad if you plan on using one. Mine is 60 inches. Bottom width of skirt. All you want to do to find this is to multiply your waist measurement by 2.5. This pattern is a great beginner drafting project. I've made these instructions to be as simple and easy as possible using mostly modern methods. This is for a 5 Gore skirt. Seam allowance is not included. Those of you who are collecting badges, you can click the link down below in the description to claim your badge for this video. To begin drafting, I like to use old wrapping paper for this because it's nice and wide, and sometimes it even has a grid on the back that's 1 inch. The front piece is cut on a fold, so draw a line that is 1/8 of your waist measurement. This is A to B. Mine is 6.25 inches. From A, draw a line 1/4 inch down. This is A to C. From C, draw a curved line to B. This is C to B. Draw a line down from C, the length of the front. This is C to D. Mine is 40 inches. Draw a line from D, twice the length of A to B. Mine is 12.5 inches. Make mark E. This is not the final E, but go ahead and make that mark there. Now draw an angled line down from B, the length of C to D. Bring mark E up to meet line from B. Draw a curved line connecting D to E. And now for the side gore, you want to cut 2 of these. Draw a line 1/2 inch down. This is F to G. Draw a line from F 1/4 of your waist measurement. Mine is 12.5 inches. This is F to H. Draw a line from G down the front length measurement, which is 40 inches. This is G to I. Draw a line from I, double the length of F to H. Mine is 25 inches. This is I to J, and again, this J is not the final position. Draw an angled line down from H, the side length measurement. Mine is 41 inches. Bring mark J up to meet that line. This is H to J. Draw a curved line from I to J. Now for the back piece, you also will want to cut 2 of these. Draw a line 1/2 inch down. This is K to L. Draw a line from K, 1/4 inch of waist measurement. This is K to M. Mine is 12.5 inches. Draw a curved line from L to M. Draw a line from L down the side length measurement. Mine is 41 inches. This is L to N. Draw a line from N across, double the length of K to M. Mine is 25 inches. This is N to O. And again, that's not the final O placement. Draw an angled line down from M, the back length measurement. Mine is 42 inches. Bring O up to meet the line. This is M to O. Draw a curved line from N to O. For hem facings, draw a line 3 to 5 inches up from the bottom of each skirt piece and trace it to make your hem-facing pattern pieces. After drafting your pattern, make a mock-up or toile of your skirt out of inexpensive fabric, especially if it's your first time drafting a pattern. I'm not showing a mock-up since I have made this before, but the steps are the same for a mock-up or a final skirt. After you make your mock-up and you're ready to get going with your fashion fabric, go ahead and mark the center back, side back, and side front edges just to ensure nothing gets sewn on backwards. Hercules supervised my marking. Start by pinning the side front seams together. To draft a pocket, mark how wide and long you want it to be. I chose 12 inches for length and 6 inches for width. For the opening, I chose 9 inches. I freehanded curved lines to connect my marks and decided to make it a bit deeper. The shape is kind of a droopy letter D. Make marks on the pocket opening the width of the seam allowance. Let's start sewing. Sew the front and side gores right sides together. I use a zigzag stitch to finish the raw edges on all my seams. Sew the center back seam, leaving an 8 or 9 inch opening at the top. Now to put in the pocket. I'm using one pocket, but you could make it 2 if you want. Mark on the side back seams where you want the pocket to start. If you want it on the side front seam, then use that seam instead. Match the mark you just made with the mark you made on the pocket pieces. Pin one pocket piece to one side back, right sides together. Repeat with the second pocket piece to the opposite side back edge. Sew the pocket pieces to the side back edges. Line up the side back seams and pin. Mark a stopping spot with a pin so you don't sew the pocket opening closed on accident. Sew the side back seams. Start at the top and sew to the pin you placed at the top of the pocket. Be sure to keep the pocket out of the way. Continue sewing the side back seam at the bottom of the pocket to the bottom of the skirt. Next, close the pocket by sewing around the edge. Zigzag or pink that raw edge. I zigzag all of my seam allowances. You can finish however you prefer. For the back opening, I am adding a placket. You could alternatively double turn the raw edge and not have a placket, but I think a placket is nice. First, cut on a fold a rectangle that is the length of your skirt opening, 8 inches for me, plus a 1/4 inch seam allowance. You would use whatever seam allowance you prefer, and 2 inches wide. This will be the left side placket. Sew the bottom edge, trim and turn out. Pin the placket right sides together to the left center back opening. Sew it on and finish the raw edge how you prefer. For the right center back opening, cut a strip of fabric 1.5 inches wide and the length of your opening plus seam allowance. Pin the strip of fabric to the right side center back opening, right sides together. Fold the bottom edge up the width of your seam allowance. Sew it on and fold over the raw edge of the opening. Pin it in place and sew it down with a whip stitch or machine if you prefer. To add darts, find the center of the side gores and fold the side gore in half. I made my darts about 1 inch at the top and marked down about 4 inches at an angle to the edge of the fabric. Sew your darts. Instead of backstitching at the point, I tie the ends of the threads. Get your second furry assistant to ensure proper technique. Next, we will add the waistband. Cut a strip of fabric on the grain as long as your waist measurement, plus 1 inch on each end for overlap. Fold the seam allowance in at the ends of the waistband. Pin the waistband right sides together to the center back, center front, and the side gores. You should have excess skirt fabric between the side back seam and the center back. Pleat or gather the excess to fit the waistband. If you don't want pleats in the back, you can make your darts bigger and add a dart to each back piece as well. Sew the waistband on and fold to the inside and cover the raw edges. Pin the waistband to the inside and give it a good ironing. Use a whip stitch to secure the waistband to the inside of the skirt. You could use the machine and stitch in the ditch, but I prefer to hand finish the waistband. Add a skirt hook and bar to the waistband to close. Onward to hem the skirt. Mark the bottom edges to make sure nothing gets pinned incorrectly. Take your hem facing pieces and pin the front to side front, side back to back side, and center back to center back, right sides together. Sew them together. After sewing, pin the hem facing to the bottom of the skirt, right sides together. Sew the facing to the skirt and then iron the seam allowance toward the skirt and fold and iron the bottom edge of the facing toward the skirt as well. Turn the hem facing up to the inside of the skirt and pin in place. Secure the hem facing with a hem stitch. And your new walking skirt is done. I hope you found this video useful, and if you draft and make a walking skirt, let me know in the comments or tag me on Instagram at rebecca.pocket.full.of.posies. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't. If you'd like to be notified whenever I upload, you can hit that little bell icon. Also, if you'd like to support the channel further, I have a Ko-fi account and that is linked down below. Please join me on Sunday with some other amazing costumers on Miss Philomena's channel. We are going to be having a roundtable panel discussion. Hope to see you there, and I will see you again on our next sewing adventure. Bye!